Welcome back to Fort Cal Live. No. So people are getting extremely bored of the sprites. We could see 6 hours ago that Fortnite announced some more sprite variants are coming. Got PLE hours, new sprite day, gem hours. It looks like the reception to this is not very good. This is from Lou. I never knew how to say his name. Lolo World. Okay, he says, not gonna lie, getting weekly content is very cool, but it's the same content every single week. This schedule got boring after 2 to 3 weeks, and in my opinion, it's really annoying how we only got one new weapon in the entirety of this season. It's a sprite season, yes I know, but you fight with weapons and items, not with sprites, so the gameplay got repetitive pretty quickly. People are sick of the meta being dominated by the pistols, which it is very annoying because the pistols in the game absolutely beam right now. And the only weapon we got is the Spire Rifle, which one new weapon in this entire season. We only have a couple weeks left. I think the new season starts on the 17th or 19th. It sucks. One new gun in this entire time is ridiculous. And I think the reason for that is just because of the sprites and how popular they've been getting. The game actually got like over 2 million or around 2 million concurrent players, which is absolutely insane. Fortnite never gets that much players. I think the last time Fortnite was pulling those numbers was probably during the OG 2023 season and when Fortnite OG came back. It's no doubt that Fortnite sprites have been a total success for Fortnite, but when they kind of just don't update the regular game and Battle Royale kind of suffers and the only updates they are doing is just new variants of sprites. Sprites don't offer that much gameplay changes. They're kind of just a novelty. People compare them to Pokemon cards. People just want to collect sprites just to collect them. They don't really care about collecting them for the abilities, or at least what I've seen. Moon on Twitter says, not gonna lie, I stopped caring about sprites as soon as Epic Games went on their summer vacation. Don't get me wrong, it's a cute little feature. I'm glad they experienced and expanded it, but it's not enough for me personally to keep playing. Feels repetitive. Happy others are enjoying it though. And this is on top of sprites apparently actually staying in the game next season and for the foreseeable future, which I still think is cool. But once again, you can't sacrifice the gameplay integrity of the game and just not update the weapons or POIs or anything like that in the actual Battle Royale, and only the content patches you are doing are just sprite variants, are just new sprites. And that's it. Like, the game could get boring really fast. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't cared about sprites since the season launched. I thought it was a really cool addition that Fortnite was finally doing an extraction mechanic, but then as soon as I kind of realized that sprites, people love comparing sprites to Pokemon cards, but sprites are nothing like Pokemon cards. The reason for that is because Pokemon cards have actual quantity to them. You can have more of one Pokemon card. You can have like 10 of the same rare Pokemon card, right? With sprites, you can't have more than one. When you trade a Pokemon card in real life, you lose your card and you gain another card of value. But in Fortnite, it's not trading, it's just giving. If I give somebody a quote-unquote rare sprite, I can buy that back with sprite dust, which in my opinion is so dumb. To me, that kind of removes the entire cool thing about having like an extraction system, is that once you give away your sprite, you can't just buy it back, that you would actually have to either trade with somebody else or go find it yourself again. But the fact that you can just give somebody a rare sprite and then just go and buy it back with sprite dust, in my opinion, that's just dumb. I don't like that at all. And once again, that you can't have more than one sprite. So for example, I can't have 10 Galaxy sprites in my locker and be like, hey, I'm just going to give them away or just trade somebody some random person sprites. I can't do that. The sprites aren't rare if I can buy them back, right? Okay, sure, they might be a bit scarce to actually find firsthand if you're looking for it, but then you could just go on a Discord server, or if you want to be a degenerate, you can buy them, but nobody's really doing that. That wasn't really a big issue when the season launched, but people were doing it. But you could just go on a Discord and just get somebody to give you the sprite, you extract it, and then you have it forever. As long as you have enough sprite dust, you can buy back a quote-unquote rare sprite. So it's not a rare sprite. It's just not. And that person who gave it to you, they don't care about giving you a rare sprite. Why would they care? Because they could just buy it back with sprite dust. Honestly, I hate the sprite dust feature. I actually hope they remove that. This is why I love like extraction games, because you actually have a set number of items in your inventory. And I know Fortnite's not an extraction game, it's a battle royale, but it's still an extraction mechanic. If you lose the item, then that's tough luck. You have to find it again. That's the scarcity behind it. That's what kind of keeps you going back to the game, is trying to get it again and trying to get multiple of the same items. But with sprites, you can't do none of that. And to avoid people hoarding the sprites, you would just keep doing the sprite days/weeks. So there's just more in circulation, or more, well, not really in circulation because it's infinite supply, but just more of a chance to kind of get them in the game. I'm guessing before sprites actually launched, they probably were thinking about having an actual quantity system, but they probably didn't want people selling them, so they added the feature of being able to buy sprites back with sprite dust. Another thing about the sprite dust is I'm fine with buying sprites back, but only the base variants. I don't believe you should be able to buy back sprite variants like the gold, galaxy, all this variants with sprite dust. I feel like the entire point of the variants is that they're rare and they're scarce. Once you find a rare sprite, you have it forever, basically. I don't like that. Like, I feel like that kind of just kills the grindiness a bit for me. I don't know. When I go in my locker and I see like a rare sprite in there, it doesn't feel like I have it. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't feel like this is a rare sprite. Nobody else has it. But the fact that like I can lose it and just summon it back, I don't feel like I have possession of it. I feel like it's just nothing. These sprites have no really value to them. Maybe this would conflict with the leveling system, but then once again, you could just have the leveling system not per sprite, but like universal. So as you just use the galaxy sprite, for example, the level is not tied to specific sprites. It's just as you have the galaxy sprite equipped, it levels up. Maybe somebody in the comments can have the same thought process as me. Once again, I'm not saying it has to be this way. This is just my personal thoughts on it. The sprite mechanic right now is getting hundreds of thousands and sometimes millions of players playing the game. So obviously what they have right now is a huge success. They could keep rolling with the same formula they have now, or if they wanted to experiment. If they just keep doing this next season and they don't update the actual battle royale mode and rely totally on sprites, people are going to get bored so fast. I'm telling you, people are just not going to have a fun time with these sprites like 2 months down the line, and it's just different variants of sprites, different colors, different overlays of some random diamond in the ground, diamond sprite, emerald sprite, like Minecraft. People are just going to get bored. Another thing about them not updating the game, I don't think we've had a single map change this update. And when I say map change, I don't mean like maybe during the summer they added some balloons or some kind of props to the ground on some POIs. I'm talking about some big changes. I miss back in the day when we'd get like entire new POIs throughout the season as a season update or an entirely different location. But I don't think we've literally gotten anything. If I'm wrong, please let me know down in the comments below, because once again, I have basically only been playing creative maps. I've been playing a lot of pillars in Fortnite, which is pretty addicting. I've just been playing random UEFN maps. I haven't even been touching the regular battle royale mode. But as far as I'm seeing right now on Fortnite.gg, and when I play once in a while, I don't see anything different. But what do you guys think? Do you think Fortnite should tone down the sprites? Do you think they should update the video game more? Do you think sprites are kind of overtaking the update cycle and Fortnite is only caring about sprites right now? Use code LudoFNBR in the Fortnite item shop to support me. And with that said, thanks for mooing by.